Hello everyone and welcome to SkillCapped. I'm Notorious Dub and today I'm going to be talking about the one thing that I wish all of my teammates knew in Valorant, the economy, and how to work around it. Now, being a tactical shooter, the economy is arguably the most important aspect of the game and causes games to be incredibly one-sided if teams can't fix their economy. So today I'm going to be going over everything from the basics to the highly debated round 2 and round 3 buy, from forcing and light buying to a specific example of how TSM Wardell saves up for the operator and everything in between. Before we get into all of that though, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn those bells on because we have a ton more comprehensive premium guides coming your way. So be sure to stay up to date so you can stay ahead of the pack. Alright, so first things first, there's something we need to clear up. And as the great War Owl once said, your money is not your money, it's your team's money. Communism intensifies. But honestly, it's completely true. And the biggest mistake I see lose so many rounds is refusing to drop one of your teammates or not paying attention when someone needs a drop. Even if the person needing a gun is at the bottom of the leaderboard, everyone having a top tier weapon increases your chance of winning that round significantly. And by keeping your money to yourself, you're making yourself lose more rounds and ultimately making yourself have less money. So by being greedy, you're doing the opposite of what you wanted in the first place. You're losing yourself money. So drop your teammates when they need it and drop your teammates when you're getting close to the max of 9,000 and they're running low just to keep your economy balanced out and standard. Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's go over the basics. So round 1, you start off with 800 credits to spend however you see fit. And everyone should be buying on round 1, whether it's full utility, ghost utility, or armor utility. You should be spending your round 1 money. And if you're unsure what to buy on pistol round, I actually made another video on the exact same topic, so feel free to check out my pistol round guide on this channel. After round 1, the money system gets a bit more complicated. In general, you can get money in 3 ways. Kills, which grants you 200 credits per kill. Planting, which will grant your entire team 300 credits to the team that plants. And round bonuses, which will give you 3,000 for winning the round, 1,900 for losing 1 round, 2,400 for losing 2 rounds in a row, and 2,900 for losing 3 or more rounds in a row. There's also a really cool feature just below your money in the buy screen, which tells you the minimum amount that you will end up with after the round with your current money, if you get no kills, no plant, and lose the round. Everything after that is just extra money on top. Alright, so now that we've covered the basics, I want to talk about light armor and heavy armor, because this is one thing I see over and over again causing people to have far more suboptimal buys than they could actually afford. Now, light armor is going to give you 125 hit points for 400 credits, while heavy armor is going to give you a total of 150 hit points for 1,000 credits. And while this is an improvement, it's not even close to worth it if you're sacrificing a lot of utility or resorting to a Bulldog or Spectre instead of a Vandal or a Phantom. Now the reason is because the damage thresholds for taking damage with the Vandal remains exactly the same. It's 1 shot to the head to kill you and 4 shots to the body to kill you, whether you have light armor or heavy armor. Meaning that the Vandal with light armor and heavy armor are almost exactly the same. And the Phantom actually operates the exact same way for under 15 meters, but whenever you get past that 15 meter threshold, the Phantom actually takes 1 extra shot to kill you in all scenarios if you're wearing light armor versus heavy armor. So, long story short, while heavy armor is very important, it is heavily overvalued when your economy is on the line, because in the majority of scenarios, it actually wouldn't have made a difference anyway. And this is also why I say the standard number you need to remember is 3,900. Because if you have all of your utility, 3,900 gets you a Vandal and heavy armor, but you can always go Vandal and light armor, and then buy the rest of your utility. So we talked about buying on round 1 earlier in pistol round, but what should you do on round 2 and round 3? Well, this depends on whether you're winning these rounds or losing these rounds. So let's start with loser side. So plain and simple, if you lose round 1, the optimal thing to do is save up your money and then buy on round 3. And when I say save up your money, I mean buy out the rest of your utility and that's all. By buying your utility, you're essentially putting those credits in the bank, and it's money that you're not going to have to spend next round, but if the chance comes up on this save round and it's looking promising, you can always have those abilities to try and sneak the round from your opponents. The reason you save up on that second round is because on round 3, everyone on your team will have over 4,000 credits, allowing your entire team to have max utility, heavy shields, and their preferred weapon, giving your team the best chance to win and swing the economy back in your favor. And this will all make a little more sense in just a second when I talk about what you do when you're winning those rounds. So, if you win that pistol round, you have a couple of options for you to buy, but you should be buying something, always. The cheapest buy you should go for is a Marshal and light armor. Now, most people go for the Spectre, and we see many pros like Hiko going all the way up to the Bulldog. And the point of this is to ensure that your team takes home both of those first 2 rounds, because losing the second round after winning that first one puts your team at a huge disadvantage economy-wise, and winning rounds wins games. So force up and make sure you win that round. So finally, what do you do round 3? The safest thing you can do if you're solo queuing is tell your team to upgrade. It's great to upgrade here because odds are someone on your team is going to anyway, especially if they died. They feel like they have to buy something. And you're essentially just contesting this round on a level playing field with your team taking home 2 rounds for free. The strategy that we've been seeing coordinated teams going for is very interesting though, and also really very effective. So on round 3, if most of the members of the team stayed alive in the previous round, the team that won the 2 rounds will keep the guns that they have and then light buy on the teammates that died. It seems like a very weird strategy. Why would you stagger your buys like this? But keep in mind the enemy's on a 2-round lose streak, meaning that the next round gives them a 2,900 credit bonus for a loss, and then they'll get 3,000 if they win that round instead. Allowing them this one win resets their loss streak entirely, and you'll have enough money stacked up to buy the next round and the round after that if you happen to lose that one. And the other team is in shambles economy-wise because their loss streak has been reset. Now this strategy is great for snowballing a game in your favor after winning those first 2 rounds, and on the off chance you win versus the enemy's first full buy round with their weapons that you kept, you can pick up their guns that you killed off of them and essentially have enough money for the rest of the entire half to be living comfortably and get whatever you want and coast out the rest of the game. Okay, so next I want to go over a few standard rules to live by when it comes to buying in Valorant. Now in general, whenever you win a round, you're going to be buying that next round. This is just a standard way to build and keep momentum going throughout the game. But whenever you lose a round, you should buy whenever you have equal to or more people on your team that can buy a Phantom or a Vandal and armor, or 3,900 credits like I talked about earlier. Now this happens very often when a team comes off a losing streak, because even though they won that last round, they're usually only left with about 3,000 in the bank for this next round because they spent everything they had on winning that last round. So whenever you see your team with more people with 3,900 or more credits, buy up if the other team doesn't have that many people with that amount. This is called forcing. Forcing is buying whatever you can to try and steal the round, even though you don't have an optimal buy, because you know that the enemies either aren't going to have an optimal buy or they're still in trouble economy-wise. And then finally, we need to talk about light buying. So what is light buying? Light buying is a strategy when you're close to being able to buy fully this round, but not quite, and it would be too risky for you to actually full buy and risk it this round. And the goal here is to buy whatever you can, without going crazy of course, to try and steal the round from the enemies while still making sure you'll be able to buy next round. Because whenever you just buy pistols and light armor, or whatever you decide to light buy, depending on how much money you have, you can try to steal one of those rounds, and whenever that thrifty tag pops up across the screen, you know that you're in a great spot because you spent almost no money on that round, and the enemy spent so much that they're going to be in economic trouble, and you're going to be picking up those guns off the ground and be coasting into the next few rounds. And last but not least, let's take a look at saving up for the operator. From none other than arguably the best operator in the game right now, and the first person to hit the Radiant rank in Valorant, TSM Wardell. After spending all of his money on round 1, we see Wardell opt for one of each of his abilities, a Marshal, and light armor. Now more importantly though, this leaves him with 2,100 credits, and on the next one round, this will leave him with 5,100 credits minimum to buy his operator for 4,500, light armor for 400, and just a couple of abilities with his leftover 200 credits. Now, obviously when he picks up 2 or more kills like this, and it's far from uncommon with the Marshal because it's one hit to the body from those enemies who aren't buying, then he gets to upgrade to that heavy armor instead, making him a lot safer with that operator and protecting that investment. But saving up for an operator is one of the few times when skipping out on utility is worth it, because the power of a good operator on your team opens up so many more opportunities than a couple of smokes or an extra updraft would. Now, regardless of whether you're saving for an operator or unable to buy exactly what you're hoping for, the most important thing is to buy with your teammates. If a couple of people can't buy on round 3, delay it to round 4, because it's better to do the wrong thing as a team than to do the right thing by yourself and lose. Ultimately though, Valorant is a team game, and playing together will win you more rounds and more games than anything else. But I'm curious, what's the biggest economic mistakes that you are or was making before? Let me know in the comments below, and make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn those bells on, because we here at SkillCapped have a ton more comprehensive premium guides coming your way to keep you ahead of the pack and climbing to the top of that leaderboards and up those rankings. And as always, we want to thank you for spending this little bit of your day with us, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm Notorious Dub, signing off.